I'm Tiffany, and this is Telling Tiff, where you can get everything that you need to know about the latest books and some of the classics. Either way, my goal is to get you to read. Alright, so we got our next book, and it is called Can I Touch Your Hair? Poems about race, poems of race, mistakes, and friendship. So this was a team effort. Irene, Latham, and Charles Waters, Sean Cross, and Selena Alco made a beautiful book. So this is a little different from what I'm usually reviewing. Usually I'm reviewing, thicker books. But I thought that this was a really good book for not only elementary students, middle school students, high school students, and adults. It just gives the opportunity to start conversations about things that may be a little hard to talk about. One thing that I want to point out before I get into it is the illustrations in this book. I'm always a fan of illustrations because I feel like visually, when people see certain things, they learn just a little bit more. And so for me, when I'm thinking about talking to children about things, like you can say things, but they don't get it until they actually see it. So if you're going to use this to talk to like someone younger, definitely show them the illustrations as you read or after you read so they can get like a visual. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this is a poem about hair, and this is called Strands. I want you to look at that picture. It's so cute, but it also tells a story of he's kind of irritated. So let's go ahead and read this and see what it's about. So Strands. On a random Tuesday on the bus, Dennis asked me, "Can I touch your hair?" He pats it before I can respond. "It feels like a sponge," he says. My fists clench and my face gets hot. "You need to learn to wait for an answer after asking permission," I tell him and pat his hair hard. "Oh, how about that? Your hair feels like a mop," I say. I keep my fists ready, but he turns away. Now, we've all had those moments where somebody has touched our hair. I know as a Black woman, I've had my hair in several different hairstyles. And, sometimes I get questions about like, "Oh, what is that?" Or like if I have braids, like how does that work? And if I come in looking different, there's just a lot of questions. And it's nothing wrong with asking questions, but when you go in and touch somebody's hair, that's a totally different thing. And like I said, I love this book because it gives the opportunity to start conversations, especially with younger children, because more than likely they may run into this. So why not have a conversation now? All right, so we're gonna read another poem. And I had Sleepover, but the other one, I think, I'm going to read two. So this is like church services. So church services going to a white church versus church services going to a Black church. There's going to be two totally different experiences. Again, I want to show you the pictures that are in this book. It just gives you a visual of what that's like. So I'm going to start with church on the left side, and this is the white service. At church, we light candles and pray for those who are sick. At church, we sit, stand, and kneel. We give thanks for food and warmth and family. At church, the sun streams through our stained glass Jesus, his arms thrown wide to welcome everyone. At church, everyone is white. Now we're going to Sunday service, which is the Black church. Our Sunday service is like hitting a reset button, starting off the week with a new beginning. There's men dressed in suits so sharp you could cut yourself by looking at them. There's women testifying in wide-brimmed, bow-tied hats called crowns. Y'all know when Grandma used to go to church with them hats. Yeah. All right. Everyone's brown arms are raised in devotion except mine. If it says in the Bible that Jesus had hair like wool, eyes that were a flame of fire, and feet like brass as if they burned in a furnace, then why is everyone praising the straight-haired, blue-eyed white man I see looking down over all of us? Going back to the illustration. And the little boy is talking, and he's confused as to why they're in the Black church and they're praising white Jesus. So it just gives you a visual of how different services are. And like I said, This is how we experience certain things. And I absolutely love this book because it hits on everything that you can think of, like friendships, going to different communities at night. Everything that you could think of that you would want to discuss with children is in this book. So, with that being said, Can I Touch Your Hair? I hope that I gave you a reason to read this book. It's really good. This was recommended to me. I recommend it to you. So, if you like this, first thing I need you to do is like this video. Then I need you to share this video. And how about you subscribe to my channel, okay? Because I mean, I want you to read, right? All right. I hope y'all have a good one.